hearken to, right? They want the smooth words. They don't want to listen to the trumpet, right? We up here, we blowing the trumpet right now. It's that sweet and lovely song right now. The sheep don't hear the voice, right? Bring that out. 58. Man. Yeah.
Cry aloud, spare not. Slucky. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 58, verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression.
That's what we're doing right now. We lifting up that trumpet. We showing the people their transgression, where they going off at, the wickedness, the abominations, their idolatry, the witchcraft, the lust, the lasciviousness, all the wicked evil deeds that they do, walking up and down. They think judgment will come. Bring that out again now.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6, verse 16. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths.
Right.
Where is the good way? And walk therein, and you shall find the rest of your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein.
Keep going now.
Thus says Salakia, verse 17. Also I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they said, we will not hearken. Therefore, hear ye nations, and know, O congregation, what is among them. Hear, O earth, behold, I will bring evil upon this people,
right?
Even the fruit of their thoughts, because they have not hearkened unto my words, nor my law, but rejected it.
Hey, and we living witnesses to that. There's pure evil been brought upon us, right? The ghettos, the slums, poverty, crack, guns, killing each other, right? Hey, this is what happens when you sway away from the law of the Lord. When you don't know who you are. When you want to follow after these other nations, right? Hey, you end up kind of getting shot down in the street, right? You kind of end up out here lost. What's going on, brother? What's going on, brother? You got a question?
Not right now.
Bring out that Jeremiah 71. Bring it out. Get going out. That's Jeremiah 71, right? I got you.
Because what we're saying, brother, is we got to repent and come back to our true nationality. We're the so-called Israelites of the Bible. We make up black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We are God's chosen people. And let's get that in the book of Joel 2 and 27, and then pick back up.
This is the book of Jeremiah.
Let's get Joel first.
You got it out? Bring it out.
Yeah, I got Jeremiah.
Right.
Salak.
This is the book of Joel. This is the book of Joel, chapter 2, and verse number 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else. And my people shall never be ashamed.
And you got to say that louder so, man, all these people here.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 2, and verse 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else. And my people shall never be ashamed.
So the Lord said, hey, he's the Lord our God, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We're the Israelites. We're the real Jews. He said we should never be ashamed. So so we got our own customs that we have to keep. We lost our heritage. We lost our tradition. We've been stripped of our nationality. We don't know who we are as a people. We think we just regular niggas. Call ourselves black people, African American. Don't know who we are.
That's right.
So hey, look, hey, pick that back up in Jeremiah 10 and 1.
The brother got it.
All right, bring it out.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
So the Lord said, hey, don't learn the way of these other nations. All these other nations, the Lord calls them heathens. Why? Because they're not the chosen, right? So, you know.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of a workman with an axe. They deck it with silver and with gold.
Hey, so stop right there. So the Lord said, hey, don't follow the customs of the heathens or the so-called the Gentiles. They take up axe and they cut the tree out of the forest. He said that works are vain. That means it means nothing. You can keep on going.
They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good.
Stop right there. So the Lord said, hey, playing upon tables, celebrating Christmas is vain, man. It's of the other nations. We have our own high holy days. Somebody grab the Shabbat and the holy day, man, Leviticus. We have our own holy days. The Lord gave us different days that were set apart, you know, for us to keep. We got different holidays, holy days that we keep. They got the holidays. The Lord said, don't celebrate Christmas, bro. You celebrate Christmas this year? All praises to the Most High, man. You know?
Praises.
Hey, that's a beautiful thing.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
That's right.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
So the Lord said, hey, we got 6 days that we can put work in. But on the 7th day, guess what? He said, hey, make it separate. The definition of holy is separate, to be separate. Not to be like all these other people in these different nations and these heathens. He said, hey, 6 days you can work, you know, you can work out, you can go do work at your job, but on the 7th day, it's a resting day. You kind of do things different. You kind of give your time to the Lord. That's why right now, this is the 7th day. This is Shabbat. You know, from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown is the Sabbath. The Lord rested on the Sabbath day. You know, so that's what we out here teaching our people to keep the Sabbath day, to keep the law, statute, and commandments. Somebody pull Deuteronomy 28:15. So what we out here telling our people that we're the so-called Israelites, that we must repent and we must come back to our true nationality, and not only that, that we're the people that were slaves in Egypt. Everybody was a slave in Egypt, and we have curses in this Bible that tells us who we are as a people, and nobody can take our identity and try to twist it, because the brothers are waking up in these last days. So, you know, our people didn't follow the commandments when Moses gave them to them over there in Egypt. After the Lord had delivered us from Pharaoh, he gave us the commandments, and guess what? Our people didn't follow it. He had already made us a chosen people. He set us apart, and you could bring out Deuteronomy 28:15.
But it shall come to pass. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Stop right there. So that's right. So the Lord is telling us that those commandments that Moses gave us, the Israelites, if we don't keep these commandments, all these curses will come upon us. Is a curse a good or a bad thing, brother? So that's right. So the Lord said, hey, all these bad things are going to come into us, and we're going to read these bad things that's going to come on us, because these bad things are still happening to us to the day. The things of the old is still happening to today, right now. And we're going to read what Deuteronomy 28 and 48.
28. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48.
Bring it out.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger.
Right, if you're hungry, if you want something to eat, right, if you want to go to Chick-fil-A, you want to go to Roger Brown's, right, hey, guess what? You got to go to your enemy for those things. Hey, if Roger Brown owed the restaurant, right, if it was, it's his business or whatever, he get his food from the so-called white man. He can, you know, ain't got to get his business license for the so-called white man. So just for you to eat, and you got to serve your enemy just to have food. Go on.
And in thirst.
Okay, and the Lord said you have to serve your enemy. Water is free. It falls from the sky. They put it in a bottle when they sell it to you. Guess what? If you want Gatorade, you want Mountain Dew, the Lord said you got to serve your enemy. Hey, because we didn't follow commandments. Go on.
And in nakedness.
Hey, so if you want Polo, Ralph Lauren, Nike, if you want Gucci, if you want all these things, guess what? Black people don't own them. So-called black people don't own them. We have to go to our enemies.
Right.
And we worked in the cotton field. You know, and we still don't own a damn cotton factory. You know, so we got to go to our enemies for that. So
and in nakedness.
Oh, there we go. So like in clothes, you know, I thought you already said it. In clothes, You know, we already went over that. You got to serve your enemies for the different clothes that you want to put on, man. You know, go on.
And in want of all things.
If you want a marriage license, if you want an ID, if you want a driver's license, you got to go to your enemy. You know, if you want an education, the Lord said you have to go to your enemy. But our people don't know why we in this situation. We think, oh man, 16, 19, they just came over to Africa and they got a whole bunch of Africans. No, the Lord said we in this situation because we didn't keep the Lord's commandments. Now the Lord said we have to serve our enemies in the one of all things. If you, like I say, if you start a barbershop or your wife, she started beauty or beautician or a hair parlor, you know what I'm saying? You still got to go to the white man to get your utensils.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So hey, guess what? We still in captivity to the day, and they love it. They love Christmas. You know, this is their kingdom, but this is not our kingdom. That's why we can't follow the way of the Gentile.
That's right.
You know.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
So we know that we the people that had yokes of iron upon our neck. If you just Google yoke of iron and that's it, it's gonna be brothers that look like me and you pop up. And we're not talking about yoke of iron black people. No, the Chinese man not gonna pop up. It's gonna be us that pop up. Different pictures that look like us, and it's in the Bible.
That's right.
So it's telling us that we're God's chosen people. And guess what? We should never be ashamed.
That's right.
So all right. What else you got? All right. So we're gonna go to Deuteronomy 28:6.